thrower. Again, you want to stay at range. When she gets close, you have to deal with it the way that a bounty hunter should. Now, you can see Jason's actually taking on multiple enemies at once. We want to make sure you're a hero from the beginning of the game. So you're going to be taking on groups of 2, 3, even 4 very early. We're just going to make sure you have the tools to handle those situations. We're going to hit one more group here. Get a slightly better look at that flamethrower. Awesome. So again, what we're talking about here is heroic combat, Star Wars combat that really fits the iconic mold that we have when we think of the bounty hunter class, or our next class, which Blaine's going to talk about here. Take it away, Blaine.
So we have a special treat for you guys here today. We didn't even show this yesterday. We've never shown gameplay of this class before. What we're about to show you is your first look at live gameplay of the Trooper class.
Yeah! You're the first one.
So you made the right choice if you came today and not yesterday.
Well done.
Thanks. All right, so the Trooper, as you can see here, is of course taken from the iconic look of stormtroopers in the Star Wars universe. But this is not any ordinary trooper, right? As Dallas alluded to, we are all about making sure we feel like heroes in the Star Wars universe. So this guy is a member of an elite group called Havoc Squad. And Havoc Squad and our player here begins on the planet of Ord Mantell, which is what we're looking at. Now, Ord Mantell is a war-torn world in the Star Wars universe. There's a group of separatists that are duking it out with the Republic, and as a member of Havoc Squad, it's our duty to deal with that threat. So, before we get into combat here, guys, I think that gun looks a little small. Can we switch it up, maybe something a little bigger? Ah, there we go. Very nice.
That's appropriate.
All right. Is that really a BSG, do you think? I don't know.
It's fairly beat.
All right, so let's get into the combat here and see what it looks like with our trooper. All right, so you can see this guy is not messing around. Again, heroic combat, taking on multiple enemies at once. Serious firepower. So he is a ranged class, but you can see he's got some heavy-duty armor there, so he can take a little bit of punishment. And that first shot you saw there was our fire bomb, so able to actually dispense a fiery grenade to deal damage to large groups of enemies. And there you see one of his special abilities called Full Auto, able to just plant the speed, get down, and dish out some serious firepower there. Now, Tim, let's take a look and see what it looks like when he has to get up close to one of these enemies here, maybe. So, of course, we have to have tools to deal with enemies when we're close to them, and nice. Stock strike there. Take down the enemy so he can get back to range where he does the most damage. Sorry.
That was probably my bad.